Welcome. Give a minute for everyone to get it in. Using Rose today. Literally, it is the best oil. It is the oil with the highest vibration. Smells good. I love how jasmine smells better than rose, but rose like the highest vibration. So I have it at my desk and use it all the time. And I just had my mother-in-law over and she got hooked on that. Rose is the best. How many of you guys have tried that one? And how many of you guys love it? It is awesome. Okay, I'm just getting on here really quick. I have to look something up from shareoils.com because I think that's what we're going to be talking about today. Let me confirm here. Books. So we are bringing Heidi on. I'm going to let her do all the talking. I'll let her tell you guys what she's doing. So Heidi is on. She is awesome. So I just got off a call with her this morning, and she's been sharing something that she's been doing with her team and for all of her customers locally, and it has been awesome. Oh, Aroma tools. Okay, cool. I'm going to look for that link. I'll find that when you're on. And so she is a very strong premier going for silver in December. So actually her goal is to go silver in December, gold by May, platinum by next September, and then March will be her 1 year mark, or would it be 1 year or does that be 2 year? It'd be 1 year, right, for you? Diamond by March of 2019. So that'd be 2 years. So 2 years. So I'm going to bring her on because what she's doing, she lives in Florida. She's doing some awesome things. She has high goals. We just mapped out the rest of the year. 2 years. Yeah, 2 years to be the diamond. And she's growing locally and also in the Bahamas. She's the one to talk to if you are growing. I'm just reading the comments, growing over there, but she's really branching out and she's doing some amazing things. So I'm going to bring her on. Also, we don't have a lot of time with her because like she's in the car line about to pick up her son. Hey, Heidi. And that's what we do as moms. We're like just trying to, squeeze the business in wherever we can. So I'm going to stop talking because we don't know how much time she has until I start her kids in the car. And she's going to share what she's been doing and what's been working for her. She has really, really, really high LRP rates, too, for her team. So go ahead, Heidi. Welcome, and thank you.
Oh, thanks for having me, Bonnie. I really appreciate coming on. I just wanted to, Bonnie wanted me to talk about the classes that I've been having. We've been doing continuing education classes locally. And what they are is they're the 8 classes that you get for free being on our team. Excuse me. And the 8 classes we get for free are on video. Well, you can purchase a teacher's guide. And Nathan Oates did this, I think it was like in August. He talked about it, that you can get the teacher's guide, and he challenged teachers to do it. And I was like, great, I'm a teacher by trade, so I love to teach. And I said, well, we'll try it with the few that I had under me at that time. And we started it. And what I did is I offered the 8 classes. And when you complete the 8 classes, you get a free diffuser from me. So we actually have, I think 3 of my class members are going to earn their diffuser next month with our 8th class. And what I'm doing is I'm offering it in 2 cycles every year. So it'll be 8 classes one semester and 8 classes the following semester. The book looks like this. I actually grabbed it to, I don't know, can we see it? And I'm sitting under a tree trying to be in the shade.
Oh, is it called Beyond the Basics?
Yeah, it's called Take Your Education Beyond the Basics, Continuing Your Education Series. And it's 8 classes. And it's the same that are on the videos. So I'll go through them real quick. So number 1 class is Essential Oils Foundation. Number 2 is Daily Vitality, which are the vitamin supplements. Number 3 is Weight Control. That's a lot of the Slim and Sassy and the Trim Shakes and the Terra Greens. It goes through that. 4 is Emotional Health and Mood Management. 5 is Healthy Home and Body. 6 is body systems. And that was a fun one because it's kind of like a clue game. You teach them about the body systems and they have to guess which body system it is and then what oils you can use for that body system. So that's kind of cool. Number 7 was introducing the Aroma Touch technique. I have been certified as an Aroma Touch therapist. I went to the classes here in Florida and I loved it. So I can do the full body technique, but they also taught us the hand technique, which is what this class is. So I taught my whole class how to do the Aroma Touch hand technique, which I told them is amazing. I do it on my boys all the time. If they're sick, if they're nervous, it's great. You can do it anywhere. So it's a great thing to teach your customers to do. And 8, which is we're doing that. That's our last class. We're doing it in December. It's the Essential Science class. And that is like the science behind it. It gets more, I said, I really got to study for that one because I am not a science person. And it gets into the technical terms, but we're just going to go through step by step. And the teacher's guide is so easy to use. It has all the information and then it has like teacher's notes on the side. So it tells you tips and tricks to kind of get the class talking and discussing and how to look up things. So I really liked it. What happened is my class, you can watch it on the video and it's great to watch on the video, but when you're physically in a class, and I was telling Bonnie, the example I used was the spa set we went into, and like the cleaners, when we talked about the cleaners, when they could physically touch all the spa products, smell the lotion, smell the body butter, when they could smell the cleaners, see how I mix it up, it made them sign up on their LRP for the next month so much easier because they're like, oh yeah, that's what I want. It was like in real life. So I just found it introduced my customers to products that they wouldn't think of trying. They got to ask questions. A lot of them, our supplements class was one of my largest classes this semester. And they had so many questions about the supplements. And I had a lot. And we did the little example where you put the Terrazyme in the pudding and it turns it to liquid, and they were just like, wow, because to see it on a video is one thing, but to see it in person is another thing. So I just found it really effective, and I could enroll a lot of customers, but honestly, if they're not on LRP and they're not reordering, it's not really a benefit to you or to them in the long run. I'm not, right. And for me, my business philosophy is I'm not selling a product as much as selling a lifestyle. So that's what I try to push, and education, I think, is the key. So I love the teaching tools, and they're easy to use. They have a student's guide too. I have that here, and you could,
I posted one of the links.
Right. I think they're listed together, but the student guide is just the same thing with notes section. And sometimes I'll make copies for them just so that they have the information. It depends, but they all seem to like it, and I think they're really learning. They have a lot of questions. I'm learning as I'm teaching. Of course, they say you learn the most is when you teach something. So that's really nice. And what's nice is I can offer it to my team underneath me locally. As they sign up people, I'm always telling them, bring them to the education classes, bring them to the education classes. I'm teaching them anyway. And I think a lot of us get nervous when we're like co-teaching an intro class because, of course, you want to sign up the people you bring to class. But the great thing about a continuing education class as a leader is anyone that comes is usually already signed up. I've had 1 or 2 that's come to the class. They brought a friend that haven't been signed up, and they just came for more information. But usually it's people who are already signed up. So it doesn't affect the Fast Start bonus or your other team members. So it's just for information. It's something that I offer as a leader. So I don't know if there were any questions.
Okay, so while you were talking, I put the link up for the teacher edition and the student edition. But for people listening or listening to the recording, it's from, where is it from? Aroma Tools, aromatools.com. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to look through to see what questions that we're getting. Guys, post your questions because while we have her on, let's answer them because it is awesome. So share, just while I'm waiting to get questions, share like what nights of the week you do this. Do you have snacks to keep it simple?
I do not have snacks at this class. Usually at my intro classes, I'll have something. It's just really basic. People are coming straight from work. We do it Thursday nights, and it's usually twice a month. So I'll have 2 of the classes a month, because I Thursday night is my class night that I try to set apart, so it's not taking away from my family time. We kind of schedule it in. But so Thursday night's my class night. So 2 of those Thursdays a month I use for continuing education class.
What time are those classes?
7 p.m.
Okay, 7 p.m.
Yeah, because I'd have to say 90% of my women that I've signed up, and it's so funny. One of ours is a gentleman, and he comes and he brings his 2 little boys, and he is like asking questions, and he's just so diligent and just wants to know more, and it's great. But it's so nice because they can come straight from work, and I'll have people coming straight from work, and they can catch a class, and I try to do it as quickly as possible, answer all the questions so that they're kind of in and out, because they've been at work all day. They've come and then they need to go home to their family. So awesome. We just found that worked a lot better for us.
And how long would your class take?
Depends on how many questions, but I try to keep it to an hour.
Okay.
To an hour. The teaching is probably 30 minutes, but we usually we're stopping back and forth. And we've had it like our last class. I actually doubled up the class because something came up this month and we had to adjust the schedule. And I text everybody. I was like, can we double up the classes? And they're like, sure, we can all come. So it worked out. And then they had a free Thursday. So.
Okay, perfect. And so then what, if 2 of the weeks you're doing this, what are you doing the other 2 Thursdays?
Okay, so I do 2 education classes a month. I do a fun class every single month. So for instance, this month, November, was the class that I teach with the Essential Life Book. I teach them how to use the Essential Life Book properly. And the class, I charge $25, and that includes the book, and they get the bookmark, and they get little page flags and a Sharpie marker and a highlighter. So I have like a little package that they come and get. And this is great. I've had a lot of people come to that have not ever used oils, but it's a great intro to it. And if they already have the book, I only charge $5 for supplies. So that's the one I did this month. December's coming. We're doing a make and take Christmas class. We've done baby and mommy make and take class, kids and make and take class. We did a spa class. That was a big hit, and everybody got to try a bunch of spa products. So they loved that one. So that's 3. I usually have a team meeting every month, whether it's just kind of getting together and chatting, or sometimes I'll have to do it live if people can't get on, because you've got to understand, half my team doesn't live in the U.S. So even if we're physically, my local team is meeting, I have my friend Maria, she videotapes it live so my team in the Bahamas can watch it. And that's great. So we're going to be having one at the end of the month, this month. And then usually the other Thursday, I will squeeze in a natural solutions class or a basic oils class.
And that's where you get all the new people to join the class. And then they can go to the make and takes, your continuing education. And then once they join you, then they're invited to the business meeting.
Right. Yes. And usually I do the business meetings to talk about it is kind of one-on-one. And I know who would be more interested. And sometimes they'll come back after joining, and a few months later, they're like, oh, well, tell me more about how I can make money. And then we can switch their account up and we can discuss it. And then I have a team page. If they're interested, I can add to it, and I'll do lives in there, live training, and a lot of info in my team page. So
I love that. So do you, when you do your classes, is that live into your groups, or is that separate? Like the continuing education?
No, classes? I don't do that one live. I only do my team meetings live in my team group for my team in the Bahamas. I don't do the other classes live. I've done a one-on-one class live, natural solutions class. I've done that, but I haven't done the other ones live.
Okay, you are awesome. So
thank you.
When we were talking, like our own conversation, you said you do 2 to 3 classes / one-on-ones a week. right? And so if
No,
people
a
can't
month,
make the
a month.
oh, a
Now,
month.
well, I do a live class and a local class every single week.
Okay, yeah.
So yes, so like 2 classes a week, or
Okay.
I'll add a one-on-one to it if I have someone I need to speak to and I've scheduled in for that week.
Okay, awesome. And your mom and you are a substitute teacher.
Yes, I am. So, and I'm glad we're doing this now because my team member and I are doing something tomorrow, and I have to teach Wednesday, Thursday, Friday all day. So I was like, well, I got to get everything done in the next 2 days for work. So
I love it. I love it. You have questions for Heidi? Ginger says, what part of Florida are you in? Because she lives in the central west coast.
Central. I'm right below Orlando.
Okay, so I'll let you guys connect.
Okay.
You guys, doesn't she, like, she's diamond material. You're doing all the right things. It's awesome. And what I love that you're doing, so what we like to do is we say everyone learn the natural solutions class. That's the 101 class, right? You can get to diamond without doing all the other classes, but she is a teacher. Like, this is what she loves. Like, I asked her, like, what's your favorite thing? She's like, teaching. So she's going to run with this. If you're someone who's like, I hate all these classes, I'm used to do classes, but you're like, you don't want to be creative and doing all these things, then stick to the 101 class.
Right.
Like, you don't have to do it her way, but if you are someone that likes that, look at her as an example. Always look at your strengths and work on those strengths.
Right.
So she loves it. She's going to really do awesome. If someone else looks at this and they say, there's no way I'm doing that, get creative and find another way that works for you. But what I also like is that she has a system. It's the same, continuing education class, but she took it and made it her own, personalized it, and so she has a schedule, and she's going to repeat that same 8 weeks. But I love you didn't tell me what the fun class, but the fun class in it too.
Yeah.
So basically your customers, they don't realize how spoiled they are with you. You're giving them, fun and education, and you're a great leader for your team.
Oh, thank you.
Like, she's really growing fast and solid.
Thank you.
You're solid and just continuing to grow and grow, and wow. So I'll thank you, and then also thank you for getting on. I know you're in the car line.
I know.
You guys, before she gets off, any other questions? I think everyone's just like in awe with
you. I'm checking the car line. I don't have to go. I have like 2 more minutes. So.
Okay. They're all saying thank you.
Okay.
They love the idea. They love you.
Oh, thank you.
Maria loves you. Maria, you're doing awesome.
No, I love Maria.
I called your leg the M&M leg.
Yes.
You guys are named. Awesome. Thank you so much. And again, I put the links in there. If you guys have questions for Heidi, if you're watching the replay, just tag her.
Yes.
So she could come. And yeah, I'll stay on. I'll let you get off. So
yeah.
and
I can answer any questions they want. Just tag me in the post below, and I can get back to them later and connect. So.
Yeah, she's awesome. Thank you, Heidi. I'll turn you off. So,
okay.
Yeah,
all right.
just listen.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
If I could do this here. Hold on. All right. Awesome, you guys. Wasn't she great? Oh, she's like really rocking it. She's one of the girls that she puts up her mind to it and she does it, right? So we were just kind of going over her December plan, and her goal is to be a solid silver, and so when she says she's going to do it, she does it. So those are really awesome qualities. Again, she did Aroma tools. The only things that I want to just quickly update you guys on, and then I'll let you guys go. Are you guys loving the oil camp? I am loving it. So the material that I bought from someone else, another diamond, and it's just like day to day, this is what you post. And then I'm like loving it so much that I'm like, what's next? What's the next thing, right? And so I heard, and I don't have confirmation yet, but there's either a master camp that's next, or there's going to be Oil Club 2 and Oil Club 3. Again, they said when I'm like done going through my program, then they're going to give us the next program. But I think number 2 is all about like the blends, or like the serenities and balance and those, I believe. And then another, or maybe that's the third one. I don't know. I'm not sure the order. And then the other one is all about the supplements, the Lifelong Vitality, and the cleanse. So we're gonna like really try to continue the education in the oil club. So make sure all of your customers are there. Okay, I'm glad you guys are liking it. And then also, you guys, it has not been confirmed. Let's see, it's the 13th today. I think, please don't get mad if I'm not right, but we have a strong feeling that BOGOs will start next Monday. Okay, this is huge, huge, huge. So start thinking about what you're gonna do for the BOGOs. I actually did a video about BOGOs that I will, I'll upload into the group or to the comments so you guys can watch it. But basically, is a buy one, get one free, and you can do it, I think it's up to 5 or 6 times depending on the oil. They'll tell you how many times you can buy it. So what people are doing is customers are buying this, they could stack up, right? Or what people have been doing is setting up an account like for a friend or giving a free membership to a friend and then placing orders on that account, okay, or even your own orders on that account, because you don't need those points in your spot, right? Unless you're using that toward your 100 PV, but most likely you already did your LRP to get the free clove of the month, right? So what they're doing, or they're taking customer, like neighbors or friends, and they're putting their orders onto someone else's order, and then that way you can move them where you need the points, which is awesome. If you had a new customer join last month, then you can actually ask them, depending on how close you are. I have someone that joined that I'm really close with that I said, I'm going to be using your account for the next 2 months because I'm going to be placing orders. I don't need that many orders on my account for Christmas gifts, for the BOGO, for incentives that I'm sending out to people, that kind of thing. So, but after they've done it for 1 month, so if they joined last month in October, they can put on LRP and get LRP points for it too. So there's just some cool tips and tricks for the business. But as we get closer, we'll be sharing more things. And I'll probably do a daily video in the oil club explaining the BOGO deal and how to use those oils or products, because I think people are really responding to the videos. So that is it. I can't think of anything else. You guys have any other questions? I'm glad you guys are liking it. I'm learning a lot too. Awesome, you guys. I will talk to you later. Happy Monday. Bye, everybody. And thanks again, Heidi, for getting on. You're awesome. Everyone, let Heidi know how awesome she was for sharing all that. All right, thanks. Bye, guys.